They thought they didn't matter. They thought they didn't count, that they'd been utterly forgotten and eternally left out. People scarred by leprosy have throughout our history been shunned and shunted out of sight, quarantined to rage alone against the numbing of the light. A century or so ago, many were marooned on Molokai. Like unwanted waste from dirty plates, they were scraped away and left to die. Until one day the first healthy man stepped off the boat onto those isolated sands. His name was Father Damien, he said, and he had come to be a pair of praying hands. Those hands built roads and hospitals and churches, helped them turn their prison to a home. Those hands dressed wounds and tended softly to the sick, with every touch insisting, "You are not alone." Then one day those hands were burnt and blistered, and Damien stared at them but could not feel the pain. He knew then it had come for him as well. The creeping death had staked its bitter claim. That Sunday in the church, he did not say, "You lepers," like he always had before. He said, "Now let us lepers pray together. May Jesus Christ be with us all." And as he died beside his friends, he told them what he'd always known. Though pain may make us feel forgotten, we have never truly been alone. The fact I came to be with you, that's not the measure of how much you're worth. Because 2,000 years ago, God came to be with all of us on earth. The one who struck the match and lit the sun became a human, breathing and barefoot, a crying child stranded on these sands to walk amidst our dirt and dust and soot. He was born all bloody like the rest of us, and raised in poverty and pain. He let himself be cast out to the margins to hold and heal the lepers and the lame, but the God of love was hated, the only faithful one betrayed. His helping hands were bound and pierced by the precious people they had made. So now God knows the crushing weight of dread, the choking black of fear and doubt. God knows the ache of being utterly alone, the awful silence after everyone walks out. They called him God is with us. They called him our God saves, but they never dreamt that he would save us by coming with us to the grave. And all I've ever tried to be, he said, is an echo of that truth. So it's the privilege of my life to die here, hand in hand with you. Damien went there to be close to them, to give himself till there was nothing left. And the sweetest sermon that he ever preached was the gasping of that final breath. I think of him a lot at Christmas, how he knew full well how it would end. And I hear the echo of how God comes down as deep as death to be our never-failing friend. That's how much we matter. That's how much we're worth. That God would die to make us new, was born to give us second birth. God came to meet us in this weary world, to share our life and heal it with his own. God came to weep our tears and bleed our blood so we could know forever we are not alone.